Hey everybody, this video is going to be kind of a review slash tutorial video on this hydroponic unit. This is made by Pathonor, and people on Amazon were having trouble because the instructions are in Chinese. So I'm going to give you a quick set of instructions here on how to get it started and how to take care of your hydroponic plants. So let me show you what this comes with. Alright, now I'll show you what this comes with. You get this lid which has spots for 11 different plants. And this whole unit is made out of food grade plastic, so it's safe to grow plants in. Here is an air pump. And here is a buoy, so you know the level of your nutrients. Comes with tweezers for your seeds. And here is the growing medium, which is sponges. It's like a spongy material, and it opens like that. And there's 11 of these. And also in here are the little net pots. These are about 1 inch across. And also, last is the air stone for the air pump. So I'm going to open this all up and show you how to set it up. Setup is really simple. First thing I did was take all my sponges and I rinsed them off in the sink a few times in warm water, and now they're sitting in dechlorinated water, and I just bubbled the chlorine out in a 5-gallon bucket overnight, but you can also do that in this tub. And so let's set the tub up real quick. All I gotta do is I took the air stone off here, feed the air hose through the hole. On top it's a smaller hole, and then reconnect the air stone. That's set. And here it has a check valve so water can't backflow into the air pump. Then we connect the air pump right here. Okay, now let's get some water, which I already have, and we'll continue. We're ready to fill up the reservoir with water, and before I do, I'll put a net pot in the middle, and we're going to fill it with water just until the water hits the bottom of the net pot, and that'll keep our growing medium moist. But later on, when you have plants with roots hanging down, you can have a lower level, maybe a half inch underneath that, and the plants will be fine. So let's add our water, and I have a bucket of dechlorinated water here, and to dechlorinate it, you just run it with the air stone on overnight. There we go. Let's try that. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go, perfect. Okay, now we'll add the nutrients, and I'll show you how to do that and what I'm using. Okay, we're ready to mix the nutrients, and I use Maxigro. It's a great all-around hydroponic fertilizer, and I use it for just about everything. So what we're going to do is mix 800 ppm into the reservoir here, because I'm growing basil, and basil needs 800 ppm of that nutrient. So what I have to measure that is, this is called a Tds Meter, which means total dissolved solids, and it has a digital reading here, and we're going to add enough of this until it reads 800, and that should be perfect for our basil. So let me do that, and then I'll continue. We're simply going to add a little bit at a time so we don't go over the amount that we want, otherwise we'll burn the plant roots and have to start over by adding more water. But just add and stir it in, and then I'll check it. Here we go, we hit the right level, just about 800. You're better off going under than over. So next, let's add the plants in and put it under some lights. Time to add the plants, and I have here, this is lemon basil. Oh, it's about 1.5 weeks old, and here is cinnamon basil, also 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks old. So I'm just going to scoop it out like this, and be careful with it. And I'm going to go into the water and swish it around until all the dirt is removed, or as much as I can get off of the roots, so we have some bare roots. Okay, I got all the dirt off that I could possibly get, and now we're going to add it to our growing medium, the sponge, which has a slit right here, as you can see. And we're just going to put the roots in there like that. There we go. And they're kind of coming out the bottom a little bit. And we're just going to add it into our little net pot, like that, and then put it into the system. Now, if I was growing from seed, I would probably take one of these sponges and put the seed near the top and put this in like an ice cream bucket like this with just a little bit of water in it, and until the seed had roots coming out of the bottom of the of this medium. But I'm used to using rock wool. They come in sheets of 200. This is 1 inch, which is perfect to replace these with after the first grow that you have. And these are on Amazon, really cheap, so that's what I use. I just drop the seed into the hole, and boom, it sprouts a few days later, and then you don't have to transplant anything like this. But let me get these all done, put into the unit, and then put it under some lights. All my plants are in there now. I have 6 lemon basil and 5 cinnamon basil. And oh, one other thing. When I was measuring the nutrients, you can pretty much just use 2 teaspoons, and that will bring you to 800 or thereabout. So if you don't want to buy a Tds meter, you can just go off of what I did. And also, I noticed I put the buoy in, and it floats right to the top of the green, is right under the lip here. And you're going to want to keep your nutrients between the green and the red. So I'm going to put this under grow lights. You can use like, here's 2 24 watt, just hang them above like that. But I'm going to put it under a 300 watt, and I'll show you that in a second. Or you can just put it in your windowsill, or a sunny window anywhere. But let me show you the light. As you can see, I have the unit under the grow light, and this one I just got, a company called COB Grow sent it to me, and I just did a review on it, which I haven't posted yet. But one thing I should mention, this is probably overkill. I mean, I gotta raise it up probably because there might be a little bit too much heat. And you want to keep your reservoir between 60 and 70 degrees because anything warmer, it won't hold the oxygen in the water. But let me show you what the roots will look like. Here's that's a 400 watt, and this is a 600 watt. And this is a unit similar to the one that I just showed you. And let me show you the roots on these. These are Red Robin tomatoes. They're less than a month old, and they're really kicking butt here. But let me show you the roots on those, and soon we'll have roots like that on this one. This is my homemade unit. It's about 11 years old now, and I still use it all the time. I have 3 of these actually, but here's what healthy roots should look like. They should be nice and white, as you can see, and if you goofed up, they'll turn brown if you had chlorine in the water, or if you use too strong of nutrients, that'll also affect them. So you want nice, healthy, white roots like that. And yeah, these are just over 3 weeks old now, and they're really going fast. Now these plants will have roots just like the ones I showed you on the tomatoes in about 3 weeks. And in about 5 days, roots will start coming down from the net pots into the nutrient solution. And at that point, these things will really take off. And in about 30 days, they're going to be this tall and just full of leaves. And I probably put too many plants in here. In fact, I know I did. So I'll probably remove some when it gets a little too crowded. But overall, I think this is a good unit for 30 bucks. You can't beat that price. It comes with everything you need. Good for beginners, and if you ever wanted to try hydroponics, this is a good kit to get. Anyway, if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer, and I hope you enjoyed my instructional review. Take care, everybody.